got some new card art in MLB The Show. Little snapshot program. So, what better time to start my modeling career, eh? Season 4's here, and I'm ready for my close-up, baby. Sorry I had to sprinkle you down with so much swagger, but Season 4 has arrived in MLB The Show. We've got the snapshot card art. We've got tons of new cards coming in. We got the Team Affinity program, the new XP path, and today I'm going to make sure that you are efficient in your grind, get this complete as quick as possible, and get a lot of cards on your team fast. The most daunting part of a new season and the most crucial to get your way through fast, get collections going, and get some of the best cards available in a new season is going to be Team Affinity. That's where most of the focus of this video is going to be. With these steps, if you follow these steps in the order I give you, you will have one boss from each division within the next 24 to 48 hours very easily. It's gonna take a little time, but it's very easy to do. And from there, you can sprinkle in the rest and get your progress pretty damn quick. So the structure of Team Affinity is very similar as what we've seen to the other Team Affinities. You're gonna get your classics packs that are gonna be kind of mid-90s. You're gonna get your captain packs, which are gonna give you the boost if you're using a theme team. And then as you get a little bit farther along, 60,000 XP, you're going to get your boss pack containing the 97 overall bosses for Team Affinity. Introduced during set 3 Team Affinity and returning in set 4 Team Affinity is the ability to collect these Team Affinity cards to get some rewards and get some 99s. Now we start with our captains. We get a 95 Tom Hankey with a big fish. You love to see it. You get Jazz Chisholm with a big chain. You love to see it. And you get Joey Votto with a big Joey Votto still bangs. But you get 99 Joey Votto, 99 Walter Johnson, who could be a little nasty, 99 Brandon Crawford, looking handsome and talented, a 99 Chug, nasty, looking as American as you can, and then my God. Along with that, we've got our traditional set 4 collection. Now, these set collections we've had all year, and obviously completing Team Affinity is a way to get a lot of cards for free to feed into this program. You're gonna get Ryan Helsley, you're gonna get Ryan Howard, you're gonna get Ryan Henderson. Just kidding, it's Ricky, okay? Look, I am fully aware it's Ricky. I was doing a bit. At 135 cards, you're gonna get your first choice pack. Now, I'm gonna be between Mookie and Corey Kluber. Corey Kluber, we all got some flashbacks of MLB The Show 20 looking at this card. And then you got Mookie Betts, who I think is super fun to use. I like his swing a lot. He's got good position versatility, and he's got that secondary shortstop, so he's playing on the Jimmy Rollins captain boost. You're going to get yourself a Clayton Kershaw at 170, another collection choice pack, followed by a chase pack, and then your final set 4 collection pack at 260 cards. 90 of those cards are coming from Team Affinity before you even think about doing anything else. So when it comes to Team Affinity, where do you need to be focusing in to try to get a lot of action and be efficient in your movements? Now, when I look at a new program, especially a program like this that involves you getting stats with specific cards, like your captain stats, your classics missions, and your boss missions. When you need stats with specific cards, I am trying to do as many things as I can before I play a single mode where PXP is going to register. I want as much in my inventory before I go into Conquest, events, Battle Royale, ranked seasons, play versus computer, whatever mode you like to utilize. I want as many of those cards at my disposal as possible. So the first thing we are going to be doing in Season 4, it's up to you between the two, your moments and your showdowns. Now for me, I'm gonna do the moments first. I find showdown a little bit more enjoyable than moments, so I like to get the moments out of the way. Moments are gonna get you 7,500 points in the program, which is gonna get you your first classics pack. Complete all the moments, you have 6 players to work on missions for. Your showdowns are going to get you 20,000 XP in the program, so you got a showdown for Affinity East, Affinity Central, and Affinity West, which when you complete it is going to be 20,000 to both the NL division and the AL division. Upon completion of that, between the showdowns and the moments, you're going to have 27,500 XP in each division. You've already added your classics player after doing the moments. Now you have captains as well, meaning before you played a single game earning PXP and earning stat missions, you have 12 different cards on your team that you can get progress towards. Now, the biggest thing as you're selecting these cards, spoiler alert, the next thing I'm going to send you to is Conquest. As you're opening your first classics pack and as you're opening your first captain's pack, be thinking of the team that you're building. I would advise having a grind lineup, a TA lineup, whatever you want to call it. Use one of your lineup slots, and as you're opening these cards, insert them into the lineup. Be smart with your positions and be in a spot where you can potentially utilize 12 players in those early Conquest games. Now, you're able to focus on 9 hitters every single game, but you're only really able to draw the focus to one pitcher. So my opinion is get yourself a starter and get yourself a closer or a reliever that you can bring out of the pen. So using the AL East as an example, I already know they've got a closer as one of their boss packs, which is going to be 3 saves. So for the East, I may take Vidal Brujan, put him at second base. And then I'm going to take Felix Bautista. I'm going to put him in the bullpen. I'll get a starting pitcher from one of the other divisions. When you go into the Conquest map with that team you put together with all these different cards, your goal is to rack up those stats. Now, when it comes to the pitchers, you are going to get those stats a little slower because, again, only one guy is going to be on the mound at a time, whereas your offensive players, you're going to have 9 guys getting at bats all at once. So when it comes to your pitchers, the reason I mentioned have a closer, have a reliever, but the boss closers, their mission is going to be getting 3 saves. So my approach in these Conquest games is my starter will pitch the whole game unless there is a save opportunity. If there's a save opportunity, I'm going to bring in one of those closers, get the next step on their save mission, and funnel those out. If you have multiple starters, multiple relievers, as you start to collect more cards and you have less options on who to take, do the same thing. You're going to get extra XP on the player if you are able to get a save. So as you can see here from the parallel XP, just as a flash, a save is going to be an extra 20 PXP. So if you're in the position to get a save, even if you have a couple starters, go ahead and bring in one of the starters you didn't have in the game. Let them get the save, get a little extra PXP to help them on the process. Now, what I have up are the classics missions from the AL East. These all requiring PXP. Every single time I complete one of these, I'm getting 3,500 points in the Team Affinity program. Now, after the moments and after the showdowns, we're sitting at 27,500, which means when we get this 3,500, when we complete one player's mission, captains are going to be the same thing, just with specific stats instead of PXP. When we complete one mission, we're going to get 3,500 points, which puts us at 31,000 in the program. At 30,000, you get another classics pack. So for each division, the first time you complete a player mission, if you've already done your moments, if you've already done your showdown, you can immediately substitute in another player from that division to keep your progress going forward. For the Conquest maps, very similar to the showdown, you have an East, a Central, and a West. Completing a Conquest map is going to give you 30,000 points for both the NL and the AL, which puts you in a position where you're obviously going to get one of the player missions done. You'll probably get multiple done, but if you got one player mission done, you're sitting at 31,000 points, and you just added 30,000, meaning every time you complete a Conquest map, you're gonna get your boss pack, because 30,000 plus 31,000 is 61,000. Math for the culture. Thank you, Mrs. Smith. I wasn't just saying a random name, all right? Mrs. Smith was actually one of my math teachers. Leave me alone. So when you get to 61,000, you're gonna get one of these boss packs for each division. So when you complete the East, if you follow these steps, you're gonna get an AL East boss, you're gonna get an NL East boss, same for the Central, same for the West. So if you follow those 3 simple steps, man, you do your moments, you do your showdowns, you put the right players in the lineup, and you play your Conquest every time you finish a map, you're getting a boss, and you're sitting about 50% on each program at the snap of a finger, aka playing 90 innings of MLB The Show, which is basically 10 9-inning games. But I believe in you, okay? I believe in you. You believe in me, I believe in you. Also, by the way, if you're still in this video going, ooh, these tips are good, do me a favor, go ahead and skedaddle your way down underneath the video, hit subscribe so we can get you covered for any tips, tricks, and some pretty killer gameplays. I'm not gonna lie. Now, one piece I do want to talk about, this is not a part of the Affinity grind that I do. However, this is a quick step. If you've got a lot of cards, you can put in. I'm the type of person I like to have every single card by the end of the year. So usually anything I have duplicates of, I'm selling, trying to flip around for stubs. Anything I only have a single of, I don't want to exchange because I don't want to have to buy it back later. However, the exchanges for 5,000 exchange points, you can see here, you know, hundreds for common. But if I wanted to go down to say, so if I want to go down to like Whit Merrifield, I can exchange Whit Merrifield straight up for 5,000 exchange points, which would get me 500 points in TA. So there's different levels of these. You got 5,000 for 500, 25,000 for 750, 50,000, 1,500, etc., etc. You see me scrolling through those. So these are something you can do. You can do, but for me, like if I gave up a 99 and 2 97s, I could get that. But for me, I'd rather keep those cards. I think this program is super achievable without the exchanges. However, if you're trying to be really fast, this is a quick way. If you've got cards to lose or stubs to blow, this is a very fast opportunity to grab some extra points as well. So the last thing I'm going to give you guys is if you are in a spot where you do not have enough classics players, enough captain players, maybe you've done a ton of position players, so you have empty spots in your lineup as you're grinding the Conquest. The other thing to keep in mind are these repeatable team missions. Now, where you need to put your mindset though is if you're following my steps, you are getting one boss from every single division. So whatever your favorite team is, you're gonna get that boss. Whatever your favorite boss is out of the whole team affinity for each division, you're getting that one. So when you're thinking about what teams to potentially focus your lineup on as you're substituting out players that have missions, keep in mind, if you're a Phillies fan wanting Bryce Harper, if you follow my steps, you're already gonna get Bryce Harper. So look at the rest of the division, determine what team you want to potentially use, whether it's the NL East, the AL East, AL Central, whatever division it is, keep that in mind. You're getting one of these bosses already. So to me, look at your second favorite boss from each division, and then the one of those that stands out to you, you can focus in on that team if you would like to accelerate that specific boss. Now for me, I like to kind of mix it up, keep progress and everything going. So I will probably look to some of my favorite cards that was on my Season 3 God Squad. Maybe someone like Sammy Sosa, who's close to Pete 5, Ellie De La Cruz, who's Ellie De La Cruz. I might choose to grind those cards just because it's an opportunity to get them closer to a Pete 5 if I'm going to use them more. But at the end of the day, whatever setup you want there is best for you. So as you can see, I've used this method to fairly quickly get through every single team affinity. Season 3 was the quickest I got through it. I don't stress myself over it too much. However, if you're trying to get things done quickly, if you have a specific boss card you're desperate to get on your team, if you want to get quicker progress to a Mookie Betts, a Corey Kluber, or Nolan Ryan, this is your path to success. Subscribe to the channel. If you got to this point in the video, why not come back for another one? Or watch the video that gets suggested. It's up to you. We got a lot of good content over here, and I want you guys to be a part of it. But until the next one, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Toodles!